What's up YouTube? Exciting news. Luke just got a new motorcycle. It's a Suzuki SV650S, I think. Also, I'm hoping my coilover comes in today so I can go ahead and get that front coilover replaced. And for being 4 to 5 years old for Racelands, it's pretty good. People kind of shit on Raceland because they're pretty inexpensive. But the only reason they're inexpensive is because they don't ship from other websites. Show them what you're installing today. Let chat know what that is, bro, and who it's from.
Raceland. Good quality for the low.
Lifetime warranty.
Type shit.
Tell them they need to sponsor us. Get something for Acura. I'm gonna go ahead and put the spacers on the rear to fix this atrocious fitment. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and replace the passenger front coilover. Well, Alex and them are. First step, take off the wheel. Right, Alex?
Something like that, right?
And then what are the bolts on the top? Jamal already answered that one.
13.
So right now, we're loosening these top hat bolts.
For those that don't know what a spacer does, it's a 2-inch spacer and it's gonna push the wheel out from here, out 2 inches.
We're gonna have to take this off, pop this out. This is our speed sensor. I think it's a 10 for the top of the speed sensor. I'm a mechanic or something. 10 that went in there. You're gonna make sure that you wanna pop these things out because this sits in a little special cup in between your axle and your hub. And I was a dumbass. And I didn't do that one time and broke this motherfucker. And if you break this or fuck it up at all, sends the car into a limp mode, can't go very fast at all, and it's annoying as hell. So don't do that. Back here, also got a brake line. It's gonna be a little bit bitch to see, but that looks like maybe a 10 or a 12. Either way, should come off relatively easy. Should not be the problem. There's nothing really attached to the coilover anymore. You can drop it out. Gonna make sure you really don't want to clip these hoses because when you do, you create more fucking problems that you're gonna have to fix later. Brake line hose clips on right back there. It's like a little. You can see that bit right there. That is a 12.
Type shit.
It looks like it's gonna rip.
You think so? Unless you just beat this shit right here.
Because I was lazy. Yeah, don't be lazy.
See, what's the part called?
Always gotta keep the tools in your car, bro.
15. There you go.
I'm gonna say that shit right there.
Old faithful.
We got our 15 holding the back end of the bolt. We got our 18 on the top half. It's gonna be the kind of part that makes it a little scary, but then you just dugga.
Are you on?
One of them out.
I need new hood struts. They keep falling on us. Almost took his fingers off.
Yeah, that would've sucked. We got the 19 on the bottom piece. Got the 19 on the other half. Might drop a little bit. If it does, I hope my hands don't go with it. Focus up. And now, this right here, this stud, is holding all of the pressure of the strut, the entire fucking thing. So usually what I do.
That's Armin. Armin Hammer.
Top of that kind of indent.
He's trying to get the extension through the bolt so it doesn't fall through all the way. Just
And
like
there
that.
she is. You saw that movement? That's
Yep.
exactly what I was talking about. At this point, we're completely disconnected from the hub back here. You can see I can get a little wiggle. That thing is not attached. The only thing that's holding this in,
It's
back,
those
if
nuts.
you look at it, you can see it's not even these two. It's that bad boy back there. Usually it's the one back there that's holding the most weight because of the way that they're angled or whatever. So we're gonna start undoing those, and that thing is gonna get really, really heavy really fast. So I'm gonna need one of you guys to hold it from under there. There you go. Careful.
Okay.
And that bitch is out.
Now repeat the process backwards.
Exactly. Yeah, give it a good turn. We need to get some. Oh, there you go. Let's make that more flat.
Flat?
As flat as you can make it. It's going to, as you can see, the top hat that's got a little swivel point. You want to make sure that these two are almost as close as you can physically possibly get them to identical before you put anything in there. Because if this thing has a crazy angle to it, by the moment that you're trying to take that, get it to angle like the old one, you're going to be pushing up that strut and it's going to be sticking out like that and you're going to be confused as fuck.
Oh, also another thing. Come look at this one. When you're putting the coilover in, you want this slot to be side to side. I see some people install it like this. You're gonna have bad alignment if you do that.
I don't have to sit here and fucking hold it for 37 hours.
Put the back one in first. Do the rest a little bit. Or you need it all the way up.
So you remember how I was talking about the lineup? Look at that. Barely you're not gonna have to do shit when it comes to the lineup. It's already straight. We know that the clip goes in there. We know that the brake line hooks up on the other side. All we're doing right now is putting things back how they were before. The most annoying part about this is gonna be the fact that you kind of have to lift up a little bit on this knuckle, like with your own body, to get it to really slide back in there.
Look at that.
Normal people probably have fender liner. You probably want to take that out before you install the coilover.
You said normal people probably have fender liner?
Yeah, shout out to Alex. Go follow him on Instagram. He'd be doing a good job. Hit him up for mobile mechanic services.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, this man rap for his car.
He do it all.
He do a lot of shit.
He even tunes.
Whoa. Damn, that's exactly what we wanted right there.
Here we go.
That shit is heavy, bro. Go to the gym before you do this.
Top one is the one that needs to go in a little bit more specifically. That bottom one,
This is the camber bolt, no?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I think this is the camber bolt.
It could be. I don't know about that camper shit.
Yeah, you're always gonna have to get an alignment after you play with anything suspension-wise. So after we put these two bolts back in down here, I had to go in the car and straighten it out because the car has electrical steering.
Got my speed sensor clipped back in. I actually put the speed sensor back into the hub right here. It's a 10mm bolt. Don't go fucking crazy. Do not ugga-dugga that motherfucker like a whore. I did that once and now I have 17 washers on my right rear fucking speed sensor. And then for this one, right here on the brake line, that's that other, I think it's a fucking 14 or something. Got the bolt right here. You just make sure that everything's straightened out.
Just hand tight.
Shit, I like to just thread everything in by hand before I hit anything with any sort of wrenches or guns, just for the fact that you want to make sure you're not stripping something off rip. And this is just how I do it. Everybody feels different ways. I've come to realize when it comes to doing struts and shocks and stuff that the top hat, like how it seats in there when it does seat in there, is a little important. If you've put that in wrong, you'll hear noises afterwards and people will come back talking about what the fuck did you do. So I have over time come to the conclusion that I always like to start with the weight bearing one. You remember when I said that this is the one that's wearing it? Yeah. I like to screw that one in to the point where you can see and feel a little bit that the weight is now transferring from just one stud to like all of them.
For those that don't have swivels, these are very helpful. Harbor Freight for the win.
So now that these two are flush, you can see that it's now at that top angle, right? Before it was kind of like almost dragging. Now it looks like it's flush with this actual fucking steel metal or whatever. Now I go back around with everything and I actually hit it with a little bit more force when it comes to tightening. Because obviously,
You don't want those to come off.
you don't want them to come off. Now we're basically done with the top half. The bottom half, the only thing I like to do afterward is I leave everything loose until it's all in place. So now I'm gonna actually ugga-dugga them hard down.
Now the wheel goes back on.
Niggas like to sweat. Know some young niggas like to sweat. Hit bang, take a look bang. Every day spilling no drain. She want the whole crew, shorty break. When the money talks, what is there to say? Blow away, watch it blow away. When I die, I can't take it to the grave. Hop like a drop top, fuck y'all, talking on me right now.
the coilover back in the box, the old one, so we can go ahead and shut that out and send that back to Raceland. Also, shout out to Cody at Raceland for the great customer service. Maybe Raceland Suspension can sponsor us. Yeah, send Alex some coilovers for his blown up BRZ. Maybe Raceland can buy you your motor.
Yo, if Raceland will buy me a motor, I'll do some unspeakable things to that fucking motor.
Raceland, maybe we can get a sponsorship or something.
That'd be super cool. I'll fuck with you, Raceland. Thank you.